Shalom Akim. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Hakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, at Great Millstone, peace and salutations to the elect. Just want to go into a lesson, which I have a few news articles here that I want to read. And it's getting ready to hit the fan, man. You know, this deal is getting ready to go down. You know, all out hell is getting ready to break loose out here. You know, this economic collapse that we've been prophesying about for a while, you know, beginning first and foremost with the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, okay, it's getting ready to take place, man. All right. The biggest crash in history is getting ready to happen. Okay. So I have, two articles here. I'm going to read some of them. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this is the first one here. It says, buckle up, America. The Fed plans to sharply boost unemployment. So a lot of you people getting ready to lose your jobs. And there already, aren't that many jobs out here as it is, but it's going to get worse. Okay, and these are all part of the plagues that Yahweh Shai is sending upon Babylon. All right. The Most High is in control of these individuals. And he's pretty much telling them what to do. He's working on their minds to make these moves, okay, to bring hell on you people, man. So this came out, earlier today, all right, which today is September 26, 2022, the year of Yahweh Shai turning up, and he's turning up, man. Okay, we that much closer to getting out of here, and we that much closer to this place being destroyed. All right. And what you're going to see, as this economy collapses and these people lose their mind, they are going to usher in that new system, that digital system. All right. It says, in case the U.S. economy wasn't hurting enough already, the Federal Reserve has a message for Americans. It's about to get much more painful. And that was, the words of Jerome Powell, which he's the chair of the Federal Reserve. And he said that, man, it's going to get more painful for you. Okay, and if you have been out and about, you can already see, this is if you, actually paying attention to what's going on. The majority of these people out here, when they go outside, they, are just focused on having a good time. They don't pay attention, to their surroundings that much. But if you take a walk through your city, you're going to see a whole bunch of empty storefronts, and in the, major parts of the city as well, the bustling parts, the parts that just 2 years ago, every storefront was full. A lot of these places have shut down, which, that takes away jobs from people. Okay. You got all these companies, laying people off, but then you have this, okay? So they're saying it's going to get more painful. These people already catching hell. You're going to catch more hell, all right? And we've been telling you people this, man. It says Fed Chair Jerome Powell made that amply clear last week when the central bank projected its benchmark rate hitting 4.4% by the end of the year, even if it causes a recession. So they ready to collapse this thing, man. All right. The infrastructure is in place, to institute that Haragma. OK, and they already are, talking about rolling out these digital IDs. All right. That's how you're going to get your UBI, which if there ain't no jobs out here, man, you're going to run to the government for assistance. It says there will very likely be some softening of labor market conditions. Basically, you people going to get fired. All right, that's what he should just come straight forward and say it. Okay, a lot of you people gonna get laid off. A lot of you people gonna get fired, which means what? It's gonna be more crime out here, and the crime rate is already skyrocketing. It says there will very likely be some softening of labor market conditions, Powell said in his September 21st economic outlook. We will keep at it until we are confident the job is done. So they're going to continue to raise rates until they, come to the determination that their job is complete. What's the job? The job of the Federal Reserve is to collapse this society. Okay, to have a huge economic crash to put you people in the position to accept the haragma. That's what, these fiat currency systems have been set up to do. Okay, because he can establish a system that can prevent collapses. All right, all he had to do was actually have the money be worth something, or the currency be worth something. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai commands you to use gold and silver. This nigga said, to hell with that. We're gonna set this system up, and this system is built to fail. All right. So don't think that this is just a coincidence. This economic collapse is getting ready to take place. Don't think this is just a coincidence, or this is just something that happens because of mismanagement. This system was created to fall. All right. It says in plain English, that means unemployment. The Fed forecasts the unemployment rate to rise to 4.4 next year from 3.7 today. And they've been, fiddling with these numbers. Okay, the unemployment rate has always been off, really going back to 2008. Okay, so what they say is it's already, above that number. All right, so it's just going to get exponentially worse out here, man. It says a number that implies an additional 1.2 million people losing their jobs. And this does not include the people that have already lost their jobs and people that have been jobless for years now. Okay, they're not included in this. This is talking about the people that currently are working. They're going to lose their jobs, man. It says, I wish there were a painless way to do that, Powell said. There isn't. Here's the idea behind why boosting the nation's unemployment could cool inflation. With an additional million or two people out of work, the newly unemployed and their families would sharply cut back on spending, while for most people who are still working, wage growth would flatline. When companies assume their labor costs are unlikely to rise, the theory goes they will stop hiking prices. That in turn slows the growth in prices. But what does that do to you? Okay, here it is, your wages. They're basically telling you your wage growth is going to flatline. It's going to stay stagnant. All right, and what we're dealing with out here is record inflation. Okay, so basically they getting ready to suck you people dry, man. Whatever little wealth you got, whatever little savings you got, that's going to get dried up. Okay, because as they're going to, have these people get fired, now the cost of labor is going to go down. You ain't going to get paid as much. But what you're going to see is that the price of goods, the cost of living continues to skyrocket. You're going to get put in the same position that the people that are unemployed going to be in. Okay, so you're going to see chaos out here, man. It's about to get real wild out here. All right. It says when companies assume their labor costs are unlikely to rise, the theory goes they will stop hiking prices. That in turn slows the growth in prices. This is bullshit, man. The reason why the prices are so high is because these damn devils are orchestrating a collapse of the supply chain, man. They the ones behind this. So it ain't because the companies are just upping the price for no reason. This is all systematic, man. But see, you got this damn devil saying these things. Okay, and it makes it seem like he's just doing his part, in his mind. This is what's going to work, But what these people don't understand is that they're all working in unison, man. This is a controlled collapse. He knows this shit ain't going to work. He knows exactly what this is going to do. He knows that this ain't going to have no effect on the prices that you people pay at the pump, at the grocery store, for whatever you buying. He knows that this ain't going to work, man. Okay, but he's saying this to have, put you people in a docile state, so you'll accept what's getting ready to happen to you, man. This ain't gonna stop the prices from going up, okay? And furthermore, the inflation is caused by them printing more money, all right? Which another thing this is gonna cause, okay, the people getting fired from their jobs, they going to go to the government for help. They're gonna get on welfare, man, or you're gonna become a ward of the state, okay? And you can see where the UBI comes in. All right. Basically, you're going to be at the mercy of the government, man. It says, I do anticipate that accomplishing price stability will require slower employment growth and a somewhat higher unemployment rate, Susan Collins, president of the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston, said Monday in a speech. And I take very seriously that unemployment is painful and that its costs have been disproportionately concentrated among groups that have traditionally been marginalized. So who is that talking about, man? That's talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And we've been telling you knucklehead niggas that hell was coming for you, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, I've been telling you. Okay, I got to bring this out, man. On that note, this is Jeremiah 30:5. It says, for thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. See, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has not declared peace to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, we read Hosea the 4th chapter. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai say he got controversy with you niggas, man. The Most High still got a problem with you. Ain't never said everything was all good, man. Okay, and now Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is getting ready to open the floodgates on you, man. And he using your enemy Esau Edom to do it. Okay, they just said that the main people that it's going to affect are the traditionally marginalized groups. Who's that talking about, man? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. And we've already been in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. It's just about to ramp up. Things are going to get exponentially worse for you Israelites, man. It says, for thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. The answer to that is no. Okay, it says, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. So why you got these men out here holding themselves like they going through labor pains, man? The reason is all out hell is going to be breaking loose out here. Okay, you ain't going to have no job. If you ain't got no job, that means you can't eat. All right, which means what? More crime is going to take place out here. You're going to have marauding groups out here, man. Okay, you're going to have these people going against the government. Because some people can see what's going on, man. They can see that this is all orchestrated. All right, they've been watching, the alternative news since this whole thing has been taking place, man, going back to, 2020 when they instituted those lockdowns. Okay, so a lot of people are hip to what's going on, man. All right, and you're going to have a lot of people rising up and rebelling. But this collapse is going to hit you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans the hardest, man. You already through. Okay, and we've been telling you to turn back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Jake don't want to do it. Okay, so now here comes the whipping stick of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Verse 7, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And you look that word trouble up, the word there is distress. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans get ready to be distressed at an all-time high, man. Okay? And the ones that's going to be saved is not talking about you 2/3. It's talking about the elect, the ones that have repented, okay, and came back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You Israelites that's out there that don't want to, acknowledge your nationality. You don't want to acknowledge the fact that you of the nation of Israel and you're supposed to be serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and you don't want to fulfill that purpose. You going to be in straits, man. Okay, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is getting ready to send great distress on you in the form of Esau Edom, coming down upon you with that great wrath, like it says in Revelation the 12th chapter, man. You ain't getting delivered. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai going to destroy you. Okay. All that wickedness you doing is going to come to an end, man. You got niggas right now, as we speak, okay, preparing for some kind of wicked dinner that's full of abominations. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai tired of that, man. Okay? And since you want to use this body that the Most High gave you to defile yourself and commit wickedness, the Most High going to destroy you. All right? So I'm going to read this again. It says, and I take very seriously that unemployment is painful, and that its costs have been disproportionately concentrated among groups that have been traditionally marginalized. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Get ready to catch more hell, man. All right? Courtesy of your enemy, Esau Edom, the one you love so much, man. It says, but some economists question whether crushing the job market is necessary to bring inflation to heel. And it's not necessary. This ain't got nothing to do with inflation, man. They're getting ready to make their move to collapse this economy to establish that digital beast system, man. That's what's going on. Okay. It says the Fed clearly wants the labor market to weaken quite sharply. What's not clear to us is why. Of course, you don't understand. All right, you people aren't in the know. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is not giving you that eye salve. But see, us here, we understand exactly what's going on, man. It's time to crash this system. Okay, it's time to make their move. Okay, it's time to implement their new world order. All right, that seal that's on the back of the dollar bill. Now it's time for them to move forward with that plan, man. Okay. It says Ian Shepherdson, chief economist at Pantheon Macroeconomics, said in a report, he predicted that inflation is set to plunge next year as supply chains normalize, which that's not going to happen. All right. The Fed fears a so-called wage price spiral in which workers demand higher pay to stay ahead of inflation and companies pass those higher wage costs on to consumers. But experts disagree that wages are the main driver of today's red-hot inflation. And it is. Okay? It's not the main driver. The main driver is these trillions of dollars that have been created from the Federal Reserve. All right? And I have a picture. Lord willing, I could put it in the post-production. All right? Trillions of dollars have been created just, in these past few years, man. And this is the reason why the price of everything is going up. There's more, dollars out here. Okay. So when more money is printed, the value of your dollar goes down. Okay. So, you'll see this in the post-production. It says the Federal Reserve created over $1 trillion new dollars in its first 95 years of existence. So that's a huge devaluation of the dollar. Okay, and you can actually go and, look into this, how, the value of the dollar has been going down. Okay, just look at how much it costs to buy gold. All right, look from 1913 up until 2008. You'll see that price steadily increases, okay? It's not because the dollar is worth more or gold is worth more that the price is going up, the value of the dollar is going down. It used to be you can get an ounce of gold for $20, man. Now, how much is an ounce of gold? It's over 1,000, okay? That's how weak the dollar is, okay? That's how much the value of the dollar has been devalued, man, or went down, okay? And it says since 2008, the Federal Reserve created over $9 trillion, okay, from 2008 to 2022. So that's the reason why you're dealing with inflation, okay? All this is coming back to bite right now, man, okay? So the price of the goods ain't going to go down. It ain't got nothing to do with the supply chain. It's the amount of money that the Federal Reserve has created since its inception, man, okay? Which, again, this system was created to fail, all right? To put you people in this precarious situation so you can get on unemployment, all right, go to the government for those handouts, and then they're going to do the switcheroo on you, okay, and tell you, look, now, if you want to keep getting these benefits, you got to get on this new system that we got, okay, because we got fraud, people are filing twice, we don't want to distribute any more money than we need to, okay, and they're going to tell you, look, you got to take this subdermal device, man, that's where we're headed. Okay. It says while worker pay has risen an average of 5.5% over the last year, it's been eclipsed by even higher price increases. At least half of today's inflation comes from supply chain issues, noted former Fed economist Claudia Syme, or however you say her name, in a tweet. Okay, and who's responsible for the supply chain issues? It's the different policies, okay, that your government has put in place. All right, so this is all orchestrated, man. Okay, what you are witnessing is the orchestrated collapse of this economy. And not only the economy of the United States, it's going to be a global economic collapse. All right. This is Zephaniah 1:11. It says, how ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. Okay. So your money is going to become worthless, man. All right. And we've been telling you that your economy was going to collapse. You got all these people, especially you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Your thing is chasing the bag. You know, you got to go get your money up. Well, your money is getting ready to fail, man. Them FRNs you got in your pocket, they are very soon becoming worthless, man. So all you people that you trust in your money, you ain't going to be delivered. Okay? So I had this other article. And again, I'm not going to read the whole thing. But you can see what's going on out here, man. More hell is coming to you people. So this also came out today. And it says 50% of companies expect layoffs, which is another word for you getting fired. Okay. And just like we read in the other article, the Fed said that they're going to make it to where they're going to push these companies to fire people. OK, so if these jobs are being lost, where you going to get work from, man? There ain't going to be no work for you, which is going to steer you to what? Steer you towards crime and steer you towards relying on the government. OK, and you can see where the hour of temptation comes in at. All right. This damn devil's putting you in a precarious situation. OK, and we looked that word precarious up, man. Basically, you have to rely on the favor or the goodwill of somebody else. OK, and that's the position they want you in to get you to bow down to the image of the beast and accept the haragma. OK, so it says it's a scary situation, but one can plan for. And you ain't going to be able to plan for this. OK, because there ain't going to be no jobs out here. All right. It says key points. Many economists fear a recession is looming. It ain't going to be a recession. It's going to be the greatest depression we've ever experienced, man. OK, that could lead to widespread layoffs, which workers should protect themselves from by taking a few key steps. Start boosting your emergency fund and job skills, and maybe look into getting a side hustle to lessen the financial impact of a layoff. And man, you can have an emergency fund. All right. But if you got your emergency fund in FRNs, you're done. OK, because one thing they're not going to mention here is that the value of the dollar is going to continue to fall. OK, so that, $5,000, $6,000 you might save up, it's not going to be worth $6,000 in the future. OK, it might be worth a fraction of that. It might be worth $500, man. OK, you still going to be through. All right. See, we coming into the times where the only thing that you can rely on is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And the majority of you people, you have no relationship with the Heavenly Father. So you going to suffer, man. All right. It says start boosting your emergency fund and job skills, and maybe look into getting a side hustle to lessen the financial impact. And this ain't going to work because there ain't going to be no jobs out here. So you can have skills, but where are you going to work? OK, who's going to hire you if all these places are shut down, man? All right. And then again, we're going to come to the point to where they're going to tell you if you want to work, just like we read in Revelation 13, if you want to work, you got to have this haragma. OK, if you want this UBI, you got to have the haragma. All right. It says the U.S. labor market is in a pretty good place right now. Unemployment is still low. And this is BS. It's a lot of people out here that still don't have jobs, man. OK, and what they'll do, they've been doing this. When it reaches a certain point, OK, when people stop claiming unemployment because they 99 weeks ran out, and that was a term that came out years ago, the 99ers. People's 99 weeks of unemployment run out and they're not able to collect unemployment anymore. They stop counting them as unemployed. So the number drops. OK, so we ain't in a good place. OK, when it comes to what the job market is looking like. All right. It says unemployment is still low and jobs are plentiful, which is BS. OK. Yeah, you can get one of these service jobs. They always hiring, but those jobs are getting ready. They're getting ready to lay people off. OK. It says, but things could change if a recession hits, and that's something many experts are predicting. The The Federal Reserve is trying to slow the pace of inflation by implementing interest rate hikes. That should make borrowing more expensive for consumers, which should lead to a decline in spending. That decline is necessary to bridge the gap between supply and demand that caused prices to soar in the first place. Okay, but what was the reason behind the supply chain interruption? It was these governments locking everything down, telling you can't go to this store, you can't go to that store. Okay, and these businesses are still hurting from the lockdowns, man. Okay, so this is the basically, you know, the nail in the coffin. All right, it's about to get bad out here, man. It says, but if consumer spending declines a lot, it could lead to an economic downturn. And if companies see their revenue decline, they may have no choice but to lay off staff. And that's what's going to happen. A lot of people going to get fired, man. Okay, in all sectors. All right. It says in a recent PwC survey, 50% of companies are reducing their overall headcount due to economic concerns, and roughly the same number are instituting hiring freezes. Okay, and these big tech companies, they're also implementing this, man. They laying people off. Okay, Amazon laid off 500 people. Google's laying off employees. Twitter's laying off employees, man. Okay, and these, you know, tech companies, especially out here in the Bay Area, have been the driving force of, you know, the high housing costs out here. Okay, but see, all that's going away. But these people don't have jobs. All right. Oh, and that's another thing that's taking place right now. The housing market is collapsing as well. See, so it's not just the supply chain. Okay, it's not just the inflation that you're gonna get hit with. The housing market is collapsing as well. Okay, the dollar's collapsing. All right, so it's gonna be the biggest collapse in history, man. It says, while we can't say with certainty that a full-blown recession will hit in the near term, it's important for workers to prepare for one and the layoffs that might come with one. Here's how. And they're giving you some tips. Which, hey, man, none of these tips are going to work. Okay? Because it's not just you getting fired that you're going to have to deal with. The dollar is going to become worthless. All right? All your wealth, anything that you have, you own, you're going to lose it, man. Okay? And the reason why this is happening is because the government is getting ready to switch. This world is getting ready to switch to that digital system, man, where you're going to need the haragma to buy and sell, just as it says in the scriptures. All right. So that's pretty much it. You know, I'm not going to read the whole thing. All right. It's really the only advice that you can take is to trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, because Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai already told us that these things were going to take place. All right, this is Isaiah 19 and 15. Well, you know what? I'll start at 14. It says, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Okay, so it's the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai that's out here that's causing these damn devils to make these moves, man. Okay. To collapse this system. All right, it says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. So there ain't going to be no jobs out here, man. All right. These people going to be hurting out here. Okay, and what are they going to do? They're going to go clamor to the government for help. And Esau got the help you need, man. He got a haragma for your hands or your forehead. Okay, and he ain't gonna have no problem hooking you up with the haragma deal, man. All right, but see, this has all been orchestrated. Okay, this is all set up and planned, man, to get you to submit to the new world order. All right, this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. It says, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. See, there's still time to turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. But Jake is utterly refusing to turn back to the Heavenly Father. The last thing in Jake's mind is getting right with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Jake gonna ride till the wheels fall off, man. Well, in this case, you're gonna ride till the wheels get burned up. It says, nor the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened. Okay, which the sun, the light, the moon, and the stars represents the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is still regularly providing these things to you people, man. Okay, but Jake don't care. All right. It says, nor the clouds return after the rain in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the keepers of the house are beginning to tremble, man. Okay, these different economists, these bankers, these economists, they are, there's a lot of doom and gloom being spoken about because they understand what's going on, man. They know what this is going to cause. They know what's happening, man. And they've been tracking this going back to, the beginning of the pandemic, even before that. Okay. The time that they've been talking about, if you listen to the right people, the time they've been talking about this great collapse that they've been speaking about is right here. Okay. They trembling, they scared, man, because all out hell is getting ready to break loose. All right. Like my man, Gerald Salente says, when people lose everything and they have nothing else to lose, they lose it. And that's why you see people losing their fucking minds out here, man. Okay. Over the smallest things. Road rage incidents are turning into deadly interactions, man. Okay. Like that movie with Russell Crowe, man. It's called Unhinged. He was, I guess he had a bad day, but some lady, she honked at his ass, man. One of them long honks too, the type of honk that'll piss you off. He lost it. That's these people out here, man. Any little thing that's irritating can send them over the edge. Out there in New York, there was a dude that got put to death because he didn't say thank you for somebody that held the door open for him, man. Okay, these are the times that we're in. It's only going to get worse. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. And the grinders represents workers. Okay, the grinding is ceasing, man. There's no jobs out here. All right. And see, in the article, they'll tell you, what the job rate is, unemployment rate is low. That's BS. There ain't been no jobs out here, man. A lot of these stores are closed down. Okay, a lot of people got laid off. A lot of people got laid off during the lockdowns, man. They ain't found work yet. And they not counting these people. Okay? It says, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. There's no future for you, man. Okay? America's finished. America's done. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai getting ready to stick a fork in his place, man. Okay? Which means all your dreams, your aspirations, that's gone. Okay? It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And that's what you see taking place out here, man. Okay. The doors are shut in the street. How many of these businesses are closed down, man? Okay. You see a for rent sign, a for lease sign, commercial real estate, in the bustling parts of the city, man. Okay. Where we teach at, all right, that's like the main thoroughfare, man. It's real competitive to get a business down there. If you had a business down there, you basically be guaranteed foot traffic. You be guaranteed, a high rate of sales, but they got empty storefronts down there, man. Okay. That just shows you what shape economically America is in, man. It's through. It's done. All right. Especially out here, on the West Coast in these, Democratic ran cities and states. It's through. All right. And there's no coming back for this place, man. So let's bring this out. We'll probably close it out on this. All right. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And it's Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that's preparing these things, man. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. This is getting ready to take place. What are these people going to do when they don't have the resources to sustain themselves, man? The same thing you see going on in these different cities across the country. Crime is going to go up. Okay, people literally going to be out here killing each other, man, for food. It says, for there shall be sedition among men. Okay, and sedition is going to ramp up. All right. A lot of people know what's going on. A lot of people know that this is all orchestrated, man. A lot of people know this is a setup from the government. Okay, and they're gonna express this. And what they're gonna do, they're gonna go after these different politicians that's out here, man. You're gonna see more uprisings. All right. It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, which the kings and the princes represent these different politicians and the law enforcement out here. It's going to get to a point where they're going to say, to hell with that, man. All right. Why I care about, what the law is when I can't put food in my mouth. Okay. When I can't find clean water to drink. I ain't got no place to stay. What I care about, what the cops and the sheriff want and the politicians want. It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. And that's the reason why these things are happening, man. Because of your pride. You have, pretty much exalted yourself above Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, you've exalted yourself above the creator of the heavens and the earth. And how did you do that? By completely disregarding his ways, completely disregarding his laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay. And then when these commandments and these laws are brought to your attention, you look down upon them, man. That's you saying in your mind that that's wicked, that's wrong, that's evil. Okay. When there's nothing evil about the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. There's nothing evil about the ways of the Heavenly Father. The Most High is just, man. And his laws are just. Okay. But see, since you have that mentality now, you got to deal with an economic collapse, man. Now you got to deal with being starved out. Now you got to deal with you working for money that ain't worth nothing. You a slave, man. All right. It says, for their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And these men, so-called men out here, they're going to be scared, man. Okay. Because they're not going to have any certainty that they're going to live to see the next day. Okay, whether it be them getting put to death by one of these marauding groups that's out here, or them starving or dying of thirst. Okay. But see, for the men of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. All right. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. And this is what it's going to come to, man. Okay. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for a great tribulation. That great tribulation is coming down here upon the earth, man. And the main people that it's going to affect are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, just like they said in the article. All right. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is tired of your BS, man, and judgment is getting ready to rain down here. So I just want to go into that. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai willing. It was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Yahweh HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders at Great Millstone. Shalom.